we have an eating contest in the latest episode of Naruto with no canon in sight, although there are some rumors and speculation that May 16th is where the canon will return with Kabuto's trump card. Take it as a rumor for now, but I am hearing that around the way that maybe it might be coming back, the canon episode May 16th. But this episode, for the most part, is, I guess, going to be like a little mini filler arc where Naruto runs into the samurai guy in the war that he met in the past and whatnot. And I guess in the comedic aspect, because for the most part I felt as though this episode was comedic and that's what it was really going for, with a little bit of a serious side story with the kidnapping and whatnot, but it was really going for comedy, like when Naruto couldn't eat all the food and whatnot. And I mean, it had me with a couple laughs, I'm not gonna lie. There were a few times where I was like, smiling. And again, what they go with, when I feel as though when they go with these older Naruto episodes, like when they do a flashback of when they were younger, I think they're trying to hit nostalgia for the most part with the viewers, since people love part 1 so much. That's why they constantly keep revisiting that, even though at this point I think most viewers would say, we don't really need part 1. We can, if you want to give us filler of part 2. And I guess that's really where it's at as far as that goes. It's like, it's flashbacks, well, not flashbacks, it's new content, so to speak, but it's of them at part 1, and it kind of makes you think, like, why not just do something of part 2, maybe something enjoyable. So, I mean, again, on the comedic aspect, it did have me with a couple laughs, but for the most part, I really wasn't too into this episode. Aside from it being filler, of course, the little side story and everything was just overshadowed. Like, any seriousness of it, as far as, like, trying to rescue that guy that was kidnapped by the samurai and them, was kind of downplayed by the comedic aspects of, like, Choji eating and all that stuff. So it was like, I enjoy the comedic aspects, didn't really care for the serious aspects, aside from the beginning when Naruto met the samurai in the war, because he did look pretty freaking beast in the war. I'm not gonna lie, the samurai guy, I was like, okay, that's a pretty cool character design. Whoever designed that, he actually looks pretty cool. And ultimately, I'm just like, why did they stretch this out as an arc? Because I feel as though this could have been easily settled within this episode. Instead of showing the entire eating contest, they could have cut that material down maybe and added more of the serious aspects. Because if you make it, a little more serious with the side comedy, it's good. But I feel as though when you focus entirely on the comedic aspects and then you just like push to the side the overall like goal that they're trying to achieve, basically they were on that mission to rescue the guy that was kidnapped, the kid that was kidnapped, then it kind of makes it a little less like, not really of importance, so to speak. So in that aspect, I was like, the episode, it was alright as far as, like I said, comedy, but I don't know, I just wasn't really feeling the serious things. Hopefully in the next episode they tone down the comedy a little bit and they focus more on what's going on, and it looks that way because I saw the preview. And ultimately, we just get some pretty cool little samurai action or whatever, because that's what I'm more so, like, I was excited to hear that they're samurais, because I've always thought, why don't they implement more samurais? That we've seen that there are samurais in this era, but we don't really get a chance to see them. So I was like, okay, it's going to be cool, but they downplayed that, and that was a little disappointing. Overall, I give this episode maybe 2.5 out of 5, because it did have some funny moments, and the samurai did look pretty cool, and again, the nostalgia always kicks in of like, oh shit, part 1 again, some new material, even though it's filler. So, there's a couple things that I liked about it, but for the most part, it's, at the end of the day, it was a filler that, it wasn't like, no Chikara type of stuff where, I always compare things to Chikara now, because it was like, that was what I felt was like, what you should do when you do filler. But, there's other things that they could do with filler as well. Like I've said it, I'm not exactly sure which video, but I did say at one given point, I would like to see a filler of, the Sannin or whatever, something showing their history. That would be interesting, but instead we got this comedic samurai thing. Let me know what you guys think, first of all. Did you laugh with any of the jokes and stuff? Did you get that nostalgia rush? Like, when you watch these fillers and you see that they go back to part 1 for these fillers, do you get that nostalgia rush, or are you just like, I don't give a shit anymore, I just want to go onward, I want to get to the new stuff, I want to get to canon? For me personally, it's a mixed bag. I do like seeing them little, but it's like, do that on your own time, honestly. Do that on your own time. You want to give us extra episodes of them as little? I'd be down for that, but do that on your own time, because at the end of the day, I do want to see Kabuto's trump card, and I feel as though the anime is taking a bit too long to get to the canon stuff. And when you got fillers like this, where it's kind of like, not really all that serious, and it's just them, like on a funny mission, I guess you could say. It's not a funny mission, but the funny things that are going on around the mission, it makes it seem even less important. And why are we getting these fillers as far as like, like when we're watching them? But I understand that, they need to keep the separation, but I think we have enough of a separation at this point. Let's go onward. Let me know what you guys think. Again, did you enjoy it? Are you looking forward to the continuation of this with this, rescue the kid arc or whatever? Again, I mean, I'm gonna watch it because I'm a for the most part, I'm a completionist when it comes to watching stuff like this. Like, I won't really skip the fillers because I want to see everything that happens. And then when people reference stuff, I like to look back. There's a few things that I got to go back and watch, and that's mainly why I watch the fillers, just because I like to complete everything and know everything in case, never know in the manga. This character might pop up. It's happened in multiple different series. Characters and fillers, they hit it off so big that they pop up in the manga, and then you'd be like, oh shit, I remember that. So that's the main thing. And if you're watching these fillers, why do you watch fillers? That's the last question I guess I wanted to ask. But yeah, that's all after this review. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Thumbs up if you can't wait for Kabuto's trump card. Yes, I'm gonna keep saying that because I do want canon, people. I want it. I want it. I want it. I'm ForneverWorld, and as always, people, have an awesome day.